intro this time. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to All Things Nerdy with Nate and Joe. I'm Nate. That's Joe. And this is the monthly biannual When We Can Do It, Not Too Busy Adults anime podcast that we love and are always so hyped about. We're like, we got to do this again in a couple weeks. 4 months later, we're able to get it on the schedule. So Keeton goes to bed at like 5 p.m. Joe has 96,000 kids, and me and Eli are free, and just they can never make it work. But it's fine. We're not here to judge. We're here to talk about anime, and I'm excited to get into it. Joe.
Well, first off, I want to say me and Keaton could have done it last week, but someone was at an anime convention or something.
This is true.
So don't blame it all on us and being busy. Okay. Well, you can blame it on Keaton for going to bed at 8 o'clock.
Bro, but, I'm the most flexible. I'm the most flexible one here. I just have let's not do it at 10 p.m. But I can do it any night.
But without further ado, let's talk nerdy.
Let's talk nerdy. All right. So we always kick it off. What have we been watching? What are we looking forward to watch? And then just feedback from each other about the same show. So I know a show that I think we all watched, Sentenced to Be a Hero. Is that right?
Yep.
Well, I guess let's go around the horn. Let's talk about what we've been watching and excited about. We'll kind of just organically get into it. Let's go to Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Keaton. What have you been watching, and what are you excited about?
Wow, since the last time we have been together, I've watched. Let's see. I started writing it down. Dr. Stone's final season is airing right now. I'm watching that. Doro Hetero. Season 2 has come out. I have finished that. Let's see. I'm currently watching Nippon Sengoku. That's been very interesting so far. I don't even know how to explain the premise of it, but it's I don't know. What else? Witch Hat, Altier, and then
are you caught up on Witch Hat?
I don't think I watched the last week's episode. Maybe let me check on my Crunchyroll. And then probably my favorite, which I think has cracked my top 10 in favorite animes, oddly enough, is Orb, like the movements of the earth or something like that.
I haven't even heard of it.
It was like, it showed up on my TikTok of like sleepers. And then, so I was just like, you know what, screw it. And I finally ended up watching it. And it's not a shonen whatsoever. It's like a very adult, and it's literally like, as you start watching more of it, you realize it is oddly enough like somewhat historical nonfiction / fiction about how we found out that the earth has gravity and circles around the sun and has a rotational pull and all this other stuff. And it was like witchcraft back in the day, and there's a bunch of religion involved in it. Like, it was very, very, you can't talk about it because then you're not a believer of God. And in the 1800s, that was like being a witch, literally, and they hang you. So it was actually, I mean, if you want something that's a little bit more adult, it's not all fighting, Orb is just really, really good.
Nice.
We'll have to add that to
the list. I like it. It's solid.
That's really why I like doing these, because like every time I leave, I just like start a list of like anime that I have to add to the list.
Yeah.
It's just Orb.
Just ORB, and it should be on Netflix. But it's not something like. So it's something you kind of got to pay attention to a little bit. Like, you can't just watch it when it's on the background. So that was kind of, I got into it, and as kind of somewhat of a background, or like Eli said, while you're eating or while I do dishes or something like that. It's like my English dub. But then it turned into like, all right, I kind of got to watch this. And it got interesting. And so then it's like, all right, well, I need to make sure that I'm paying attention. And it's really, really good. I mean, it's not confusing. It's not like Lord of Mysteries or whatever, but it is, it's solid.
I still have not finished Lord of Mysteries, just so we all know that. Like, it's good. When I watch it, I'm like, yeah, but it just takes so much brain power. I never have like the mental capacity to be like, let me go watch this show.
It's like playing Elden Ring.
Yeah, so I watch a lot of anime when I lay in bed, right? But when I lay in bed, I'm trying to like get to sleep. I want to get to where I'm exhausted. I'm put my phone down, just crash out. Lord of Mysteries, I'm either locked in or I'm having like crazy flashes in my face because it's 9 million frames an episode, right? And it's just like, I'm like, oh God. And next thing I know, I'm wired and I'm up for the next 2 days because of an anime show.
Wait, did you ever finish the Takapi's Original Sin?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I
He didn't want
remember.
to.
I remember that one was one of those of like you have to prepare yourself for it.
Yeah, you can't watch that while you're trying to sleep.
Yeah, well, that one was heartbreaking up until it wasn't heartbreaking. Then you're like, yeah, fuck you, right? But
I love that shit.
Lord of Mysteries is just different, bro. It's like flat. I don't even know how to explain it. It's literally just like, I don't know, just frame bombing you, which is cool, which is great if it was 5 p.m. and I was sitting on my couch. But when it's 11 p.m. and I'm laying in my bed, I'm trying to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, Nate's old. We get it.
Oh, 100%. I'm old, but I don't go to bed at 8 old, so that's fine.
Hey.
Eli, how about you, sir? What have you been
Hey,
watching?
whoa, hey, bro, you cut me short, eh?
You just
Relax, bro. Relax.
It's all right. We can come back.
I do have to say, I watched The Boys' final episode in the whole series earlier this week. That was a good show. Invincible's new season was great, and the Darth Maul show is actually really, really good. That's all.
You did say you were going to plug that.
I had to make sure I threw in Darth Maul.
Joe, we do have some comments. Do you see them?
Yeah.
So
I just saw that like while we were talking, and I didn't want to interrupt Keaton by throwing a bunch of comments up there since you already interrupted him once. I'm just messing.
So Steph said, Eli, she loves the background. Also, I love the fact that there's a timer and then it goes away. Oh, you responded. It's classic. I see that now. Dang, look at you. Eli's on it. And then Stupid Dad's on Twitch. Also, this says you're streaming RV there yet. Clearly, I didn't update my Twitch. And we're going live on my Twitch right now, which is awesome. We've never done that before.
Yep.
So, and then, Joe, I think this is for you.
Yep, Thomas wants to talk to Batman. Everyone knows I do a Batman voice. That's what that's referencing.
Well, let's hear it, Joe.
I'll do it when it's my turn.
Okay.
He's got to prepare the vocal cords.
So, Keaton, anything else you want to throw out there before we go to Eli?
No, you're good. I'm just excited to watch 1,000-Year Blood War and what was the show we were just talking? I hadn't watched Wistoria's new season yet, and I actually loved season 1 of Wistoria. So I'm waiting for all those episodes to come out.
Yeah. So I do want to talk about Wisteria when we get there. I won't try to spoil it, but I do want to talk about some of it. I wish you would have caught up about it. Right. All right, Eli, let's go to you, my guy. What are you watching? You always watch like some off the wall stuff, so I'm excited to hear.
Oh yeah, I've been dipping in and out of some weird shows. I did finally finish Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider. It was hilarious, mindless thrill show from start to finish. I watched all of the main shows almost that we'll probably talk about, and then I watched a weird one called Hinamatsuri, which looks like a kid's show, but it's not. It's kind of like it's disarming because it's a lot of like child characters, but they're mixed up in like the sort of Japanese Yakuza world, or like one of them is homeless. They're both aliens. It's just a lot of really off the wall stuff. You'd never know what to expect, but it also always makes me laugh. I just need shows that I can watch like 1 or 2 episodes for a quick laugh. And then I watched one called Parallel World Pharmacy. It's another one that's like kind of nerdy, kind of mindless isekai. So that one was kind of blah. But I started trying to dip into some older shows. So I was watching Spice and Wolf. I don't know if anyone's heard of that one. The original was probably from like the mid 2000s, and then they did a remake of it as well. Kind of tightened it up, and it looks nicer. It's like a nice, slow-paced, just like following 2 characters through their adventures of the old world as some like town-to-town salesmen. So it's kind of a nice like slice of life, slow-paced show. And I also started rewatching Dragon Ball, the original, while I was at Anime Central last weekend, and I realized why they showed Dragon Ball Z in the US, not Dragon Ball, because that show was insanely perverted
Yeah,
constantly.
I rewatched it too, and I was like, "Holy shit!" It
Yeah.
was like Young Goku was weird, man. But
Yes.
it was actually, as a show, I actually liked the show. It was a good. It was, to be honest, to me, I liked it better than Z. I don't know if that's controversial or not, but Z
I
was
find
so
it hard to
repetitive.
even like compare them because they're
Z's
so
just nostalgic. I think that's really the main thing.
Yeah.
With Z.
I don't know, but I did figure out that the entire universe of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Kai, blah 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 blah, it all started because everyone was really horny. In the very beginning, Bulma starts looking for the Dragon Balls because she wants to wish for a hot boyfriend. And then everyone follows Bulma because she's hot and they get involved with the Dragon Balls. Every character you ever knew was trying to woo Bulma. And that's how this whole thing started. So
Thanks.
So it turns out I know nothing about Dragon Ball.
Planetary
and after
Wars.
this, I'm not going to know anything about Dragon
They said I'm out.
It's not worth. Hey, like two questions, Eli. One, I always wonder, as someone, I mean, I've watched it a decent amount, right? I mean, it's not, I haven't watched like 10,000 or anything, but I always wonder how you choose the shows that you watch, because you consistently watch shows that I've never even come across or seen. And I feel like you're just like on Crunchyroll and you just scroll and you're like, oh, I'll just try this one. And I can't do that. Like, I'm more of like an analytical, like I need to go see it so I don't waste my time. Like, how do you choose your shows?
So like I've shared with you guys, if I ever come across a list, like I'll look up top 100 all-time shows or something, and I'm not watching those shows. I'm looking to see if that list, like if a bunch of their top 10 or top 20 matches stuff I've already seen and I like, and I'll say,
Yeah.
okay, this person's tastes are similar to mine. I can pick some like hidden gems out of this list. That's how I find good shows sometimes. But I will say recently I have been trusting Crunchyroll a little bit more. Maybe I've trained it well enough. But if you're looking at the ratings on the shows in Crunchyroll, if it's a 4.9, that's basically a must-watch show. If it's a 4.8, that means it is definitely worth watching. Everything but like 4.7 means it probably has entertainment value. It's weak in some points. Everything below that is a crapshoot. But there's enough 4.8 and 4.9 shows that you can get around. Like, don't pick ones that only have 2 episodes out because those numbers are inflated. But it's pretty consistent with that method.
How do you even go to the ratings?
I go with the method of y'all tell me what to watch and I consider watching it.
Consider like you
That's
throw
basically how I find it. I just wait for this shit for us to do this, and I write down the ones that sound interesting.
What was your second question, Keaton?
How was, I know we talked about it briefly, but how was Anime Con?
So every year I go up to Chicago still for Anime Central. I've gone for like 21 years or something now. It's one of the best in the country. This year was exceptionally good. They rock like 30 to 35,000 people up there. They expanded it this year.
I just imagine the smell of that place.
It's not too bad. They're very vigilant about everyone wear your damn deodorant and shit. But it was really good. It was incredible. I mean, honestly, it's been years since I've gone to a convention where there were a lot of events that I wanted to attend, and that one blew me away. Like I was nonstop running around. It's great.
We have a con coming up that we are excited about. Joe has recently decided that he is going to join me in going to it.
Nice.
And I am super stoked about it. Me and Joe do like a weekly podcast, so I'll probably show off some of our cosplays. I'm building Joe a sword right now, but we're super stoked. We're going to go all in for it. I've printed a full-size staff for Steph. I should have brought it up here and showed it on the stream, but and then I have a mask and my umbrella. Actually, I might ask Steph to bring them up here for me. But anyways, Joe, well, you're muted. All right, Joe, what are you watching currently?
Hey, before you start, a show that we forgot about, just to remind everybody, is Hell's Paradise. That has finished since the last time.
Well, I haven't wait yet. We haven't forgotten. We're not done.
Just go, Joe.
Just go.
Okay, here we go. What's Batman been watching?
All right, so Hell's Paradise, that was actually the top of my list. That's why I was giving you a hard time. But I've been giving you a hard time in our message thread just for fun. So
That's right.
It's been too quiet in there. JJK, of course, Freerun, Sentenced to Be a Hero, and what I'm currently watching, I guess, in the middle of is Wistoria and Devil May Cry. I think I'm like 6 episodes in Wistoria, 2 or 3 episodes of Devil May Cry. Enjoying both of those. I will say, like, Wistoria's got me on the edge of the seat kind of thing. I have enjoyed it.
Mm.
I don't know if Nate has the same feeling about it, but I've enjoyed it.
So what I've learned is from the animes that I've watched, I really, really enjoy the whole, like, I'm weak, I got to figure out how to survive, the persistence, the courage, the hard work, it counts, it matters. And I love that. But for whatever reason, every anime that has that, they end up giving the person something that makes them incredibly powerful, you know? And I'm just like, but that kind of ruins what made this character so special, you know? Like,
kind of like some gloves.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. No. I'm not I don't like Rudo, if that's what you're talking about. Like, I like the show. I like the art of Gachi Akira, right? But anyways, I don't know. I am enjoying Wisteria 100%. It is a good show. It is fun. I have enjoyed this season. It started off with a bang, right? And it hasn't really like slowed down too much. This last episode, even that was kind of cool. Like, it wasn't a whole lot of action, but seeing them progress it, they're moving the needle and all that. It's really cool. But I think it loses a little bit because from season 1 to now, Will's power scale has just, it's not even jumped. I don't even know the right way to phrase it. He just went solo leveling style, right? Like, he is like, I don't even know how to explain it.
I mean, he jumped straight into being like a godly being.
Well, I mean, he's done that the whole, I mean, even from season 1, I tried to get my brother to watch it. So we watched the first episode. He went from like barely surviving something to taking on like a floor 10 beast in the first episode. Like, I mean, that's just the show, bro.
No, Joe, no.
You can't say anymore because you can't spoil it for Keaton.
The jump in power is not just the show. Like, the first season, he worked hard. He had to work with his teacher. He was training. He was fighting other people. He was figuring out what he could do and not do, right? And that is just pure work ethic and all that stuff. Season 2, he's blessed, right? Like, he's godly. It's crazy. That is not just how the show was. This is power creep.
I don't know. There is power creep.
Power surge.
There is power creep, but he gets his butt kicked. Like, he doesn't just like automatically start winning. Like, he gets his butt kicked first, Nate.
In season 2?
Yes.
Joe.
Briefly. I can't spoil stuff for Keaton.
Like I said, y'all honestly speak freely. It's okay. You're not gonna hurt my feelings.
No,
I'm not gonna do it. We're better friends than that, Keaton.
All right, look. So Wisteria.
But
Wisteria, we talk about it for another second. Eli, what are your thoughts? We're gonna tag you in.
Well, I thought that I did really enjoy season 1, and then we got into season 2, and I was like Joe said, I was like edge of my seat watching this, but then it just kept going and going and going, and then we're off into like some sort of crazy end game, like Goku's going to blow the planet up or something, and you're like, well, where do we go from here? Like, I do feel like the power scaling just like it just went too far for me.
You knew it got serious when they gave him white hair. That's how you know.
Oh, we got a cameo in the back.
He has white hair now?
Oh, wait, we got to pause. Steph is bringing stuff. I can see it.
I think she might be trying to avoid the camera.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
It's a floating cosplay. Look how
All right.
big that is.
It's crazy.
It's tall. God, for y'all.
So
I
first
don't know
off,
how
look
tall
how
Nate
big
is.
this is.
Yeah. That's huge.
That thing's like 6'5".
That's crazy.
Cool.
That's sweet.
Man,
That mask was a pain in the ass, huh?
What up? Nice.
That's insane that he 3D printed.
Talk in it. Dude, that's gonna be a motherfucker to wear. For as
my
long as
fear
you're
for
gonna wear
that is it's going to be 9 million degrees, and that is not a
Yeah.
very
it. Y'all are
ventilated.
doing it next month, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
That helmet's going to suck.
Just
It's
get one of
indoors,
those
though.
little fans and install like a little fan inside, so it's constantly kind of hitting you.
I
with
think
some
you're
cool-
overestimating the space that I have in that bad boy. I don't think a fan is fitted. But guys, that staff is massive.
That is.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It doesn't have the in it. Yeah, they
Did you
kind of
3D? Did you 3D print the staff?
I did. Yeah, I 3D printed all of it except for the umbrella.
That's a lot of parts.
Yeah, it was actually. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 6 parts.
Hmm.
Not bad. That's less than Joe's sword.
I appreciate all the work you're doing.
Yeah. But anyways, so Wisteria, worth watching. He doesn't have white hair currently. He did have white hair though. Just know that.
Okay. He just went Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
So
I'm excited for
what
you
would
to
y'all
watch
give? What would y'all give it on a scale of 1 to 10? Just season 2.
Just season 2. Ooh.
That's not fair.
Joe,
I
what
give
would
it
you
a
give it?
question mark right now. I don't know what's happening. Like,
Well, it's
They
not
just-
over. Like it's not even the
Right.
season's like halfway over, right? So we can't fairly rate it. I would say like excitement factor, like it's there. Like again, there is power scaling, and you're like, all right. Of course, I knew that he was going to save the day, that kind of thing. But I mean, I still give it a solid 7 out of 10.
I was actually going to go a little high. I will say, when I see it on Crunchyroll, I'm excited for it. It's not one of those releases where I know the day that it comes out, but when I lay down and I see it, I'm like, oh yeah, let me watch this, right? So like, I'm excited. I was going to say season 2, just entertainment factor, is like an 8, right? Like, cause we're not talking about where it's going or like where it could end up. We're talking about what we know right now, and it's been good.
This man Brandon.
That was a shot at Nathan, I'm assuming.
No,
No, it's
probably
a
me.
shot at Keaton.
Shot at me. So I didn't help him lay floors in New Orleans one time.
Yeah. I remember
He
that
crashed
story now.
out.
It's gonna be something at the deathbed.
So, but Joe, anything? I guess you ran through all of them, so I'm excited to talk about them. I think we have all watched as a collective JJK, Freerin, Hell's Paradise, Sentenced to Be a Hero.
Is there any more? I feel like I'm forgetting one.
I did not keep up with Sentenced to Be a Hero, but
You did? Did you not like it?
I liked it okay, but I was letting the episodes build up, and then I got caught up in too many other shows because the next round of new show releases came out in like March or whatever, and I started watching.
So you're not caught up?
No, I'm not. But
Okay.
That sucks because I wanted to talk about the finale. Oh God!
Well, let's address it and then move on to something that we've all talked about or we've all watched. Then.
All right, so let's do the 1 to 10 for Sentenced to Be a Hero.
7.5.
I'll go 8.
So for me, I will say I think it gets a boost for weekly releases. If I would have binged it all at one time, I think my number would be lower because I was able to go back to it weekly and not get kind of tired of some of the stuff. But I will say, like, that finale was pretty freaking good. I was hyped about it. I was so excited to talk about it. Eli, I'm sad at you right now. But I would say probably like an 8.5. I really enjoyed it. It's not revolutionary. It's not one of the best ever. It's not gonna become like one of the big whatever ones, right? It is good. I did enjoy it. I looked forward to the releases. I watched it constantly. And that finale was good. And I like the characters. I don't understand Sin to be a hero, and hero is a bad thing. But other than that, pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I was a 6.5. Like, I watched it every week, but I wasn't just thrilled about it. The finale bumped it up to probably a 7. 7.5 is the highest I'll go. The finale was good, and it's like, I'll be honest, if the finale wasn't as good as it was, I mean, I'd probably watch the second season because I knew y'all were gonna watch it, but it wasn't gonna be something that I was looking forward to watching. Like, it was just, y'all know I hate the girl extremely. She's terrible.
The
She's
goddess.
Yeah.
she's more annoying than Boarhead guy in Demon Slayer at this point
A no
in
skate.
just one
Uh,
season.
Will you not like head pats? Like, what's your problem with the?
And dude, she's terrible.
I didn't think she was
Jeez.
that bad, but I couldn't watch multiple episodes at one time. That's what I'm saying. Like, if
Nope.
it wasn't for weekly releases, I think she would have annoyed the living crap out of me. But the weekly releases, I was able to reset each week going into it, which made it tolerable, which made it good. And
That's, yeah.
I did like the characters. I like the premise. I like the bad guys. You know, I like the kind of political undertone, what's going on. Um,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I thought the art was good.
The cliffhanger at the end. I mean, the kind of hook
Yeah.
for the next season. Like, they.
Yeah, the hook for next season for sure. Yeah, the girl is just terrible.
But I would
It-
say I would watch a spinoff just about Dota. Like, that was my
Oh,
favorite.
yeah.
character.
Dota was awesome.
Every
Yeah,
time he was
but
on screen, I was like, yes.
Bro, that one time he's talking to what's his name? The main dude, and he's like, I got the militia or whatever
Yeah,
coming
I got the mercenaries.
oh yeah,
He, like, comes in right. He's like,
yeah,
help! I got the mercenaries.
It's like,
that was funny.
why are they after you? He's like, I took their stuff or whatever. It was easier to not pay them.
He was like,
Yeah,
you
that
told
was
me to
funny.
get gold and mercenaries, so I just figured I would do both in one go.
Well, Dota was awesome. And then like the king that wasn't a king, I liked his
Yeah.
character. And the one hero that had like died 100 times that wasn't himself,
Yeah,
I
the
really
berserk guy,
liked.
basically.
Like, he didn't have a character; he was just out there destroying things. But I liked it. So I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. And Eli, where are you at in it?
Early. The last episode I watched, they just beat the plant monster in the mine.
So you're real early. Okay. Well, we won't talk more about it then. All right. Let's jump. Oh, the goddess.
Dude. So I think like
Keaton's triggered.
I don't mean to just harp on this, but I found myself because there were like 2 or 3 episodes that she was either not in at all or had very minimal like screen time, and I found myself after the fact being like, oh, man, I didn't mind that episode, and at the time I didn't realize it, and I was like, oh, that's right, I didn't hear her begging for attention and all that the whole freaking episode.
Yeah, I mean, you and I
If you did a
agree on
good job, wouldn't you want some recognition?
No, it's weird. It's
Some
honestly
headsets.
odd. Like, it's really kind of weird.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
think
Go ahead, Eli.
my issue with it from the beginning was like I loved how cinematic the show was. The way they draw the action and the motions and everything, it felt really smooth. It felt like bigger than just a weekly show. And her character completely took me out of that sort of headspace because it reminded me that I was watching like a cartoon, basically. And then I was
Agreed.
like, oh,
And
okay.
and this is the show that is like we're gonna get caught up in it did the first episode well, which I thought was a little overrated, just to be honest. But people
I
after the
thought the
first,
first episode was great.
I know, and it was good, but I thought you're like, holy fuck, this is one of the best pilot episodes I've ever seen. I was like,
It is.
not you, I just meant
It
in
grips
general.
you. It is a good. It was a good and it was an hour long. I think that is a huge differentiator that isn't discussed a lot. Like it gave you time to connect to the characters, get into the story, understand the world, and build for the future. Like being an hour long was nice.
I agree, an hour-long episode is nice, especially at the beginning. But to me, it was like it was the highlights of the first episode and the last episode. Hard carry this whole season. Hard carry.
That last
If those
episode was
two,
so good.
if those two were like the other, this would be like a 4.5 to me.
See, I didn't think it.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
know.
I thought it was a
Yeah.
lot better than that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the goddess is like the one weird thing that is not like the rest of the show, basically.
Yeah,
Like
I mean, a
over the
lot of
top,
anime
but-
shows have that.
Not that bad, but even without it, like there was nothing during the middle of the season that was just like, okay, this is, I don't know.
Fighting the
know.
blight, the bad people. I'm not trying to give away
So-
anything.
Yeah.
No, you're good. I got excited when I saw the bad guy or the main bad guy, but no spoilers. I was like, oh, okay.
I got really excited because I expected a lot more from him. Like I was
Yeah,
excited
agreed.
because he
That's
was
what
different. You know,
Same. That's what I was
but
saying.
They
And
didn't
then
really dive into it. I think it's gonna be, like I don't know.
Yeah. All right, we
Well,
can move on since Elijah hasn't caught up to this one.
So let's do this. I just want one answer from each of you. What was better this season, JJK or Freerun?
Free run. But and I'll give one quick reason why JJK just started got confusing for me.
Keaton.
God, I love Freerin. I really
Freerin?
do. No,
Freerin?
I would say just this season would be JJK only because like Freerin was 10 episodes. Like if Freerin was a full the longer season, I probably would have enjoyed it more. But JJK had a lot going on and like some unique the episode. You said one answer. I'll let you. I'll not keep going.
We're gonna talk about it. I just wanted a decisive what was better this season. So we have one Freerun, one JJK. Eli, bring us home.
You know how much I love Freerin too, but I gotta give this season's edge to JJK still. Like I thought Freerin, the episode 1 of Freerin started, I thought kind of weak, and I don't know, it didn't feel as cohesive to me. JJK felt more well-rounded.
So I think to say what I'm about to say is crazy, given the pacing of Freerun, but Freerun felt rushed due to the amount of episodes. Like I loved season 1 and how time intensive it was and how much they would take to focus on everything. And this season, it felt a lot of not Monster of the Week because there wasn't always monsters, but everything, it wasn't like a prolong. I didn't feel as connected to it. And I love Freerun as well, but I did not feel as connected to it. And I think a lot of that was because it was 10 episodes and they kind of just pushed through, even with slow pace, which is weird. It's very confusing, but I don't feel like they took their time like they did for season 1. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it was funny. It's funny you say that because I was watching Freer and I waited for Freer to come out, so I got to just binge it all at once and so it was probably a little bit more evident to me. And I hate Monster of the Week shows, but I found myself at one point saying, "Please God, do not become Monster of the Week," because it did have an inkling of that feeling, and I don't think it is. And I pray it's not going to be. But I do think that is the sole thing that has JJK slightly above Freerin. Now I'm giving Fear still like a 9.5. Like
Oh
I
yeah,
love
it was
that
still
shit.
really good, right? Even
Yeah.
with the things we're talking, that's us critiquing, picking it apart. I still
Right.
really enjoyed it. I would go rewatch it right now, right?
Yeah.
The
And I
humor,
liked.
You have the staff on your wall right there. So
Yeah.
the humor, the animation, the story, because a lot of shows are about like the end of the adventure. We have to get here. Whereas Free Run dials it back and shows you that you can enjoy where you're at, what you're doing, and the adventure you're on with the people you're with. Right? Like it literally takes the whole approach to anime storytelling and all that differently because there is really no like end game. They're just adventuring. They're creating stories. They're creating bonds. They're helping people. Also, I love the fact of Himmel charging something for everyone because he wanted
Oh
no
yeah.
one to felt like they owed him.
Yeah.
I thought that was incredible. But the humor in Freerun is unmatched. I find myself laughing and stuff more on that show because it feels relatable. It's not like over the top goofy. It's not forced. It's just like it is hilarious to me.
yeah, when she was doing the like, they gave her the tongue tied twister grimoire, then she just started trying it while she was getting attacked by the giant squid or whatever. I was like, that's hilarious. And he was like, "Is she doing that?" It's like, "Yep."
Yeah, it's funny how she just like wants kind of like pointless grimoires, but for her, that's like you got to think as a almost an immortal being that that's her finding joy in life to a degree, you
Yeah.
know. But I hate it's so funny, and I think the reason I probably like Freerin more than I should is because I hate Freerin style shows where it's like an adventure going somewhere, but you're watching the adventure the whole time. Like even at some points, One Piece can kind of feel this way, and it does. It's hard not to become a monster of the week show, but they do such a good job of the the interim of actually making it feel impactful,
Well,
and
it's the
it's not just like
storytelling. It's the
yeah,
episodes where they're on a date. It's an episode where it's literally just them talking and walking and, talking about Stark and his backstory and why he likes this and why he likes that. And it's just because, like, there are episodes where it doesn't just jump to something else. But I think it was a lot better when it was 24 episodes because they had more leeway to do that. But when you go to 10, you condense it so much, and that is why it started to feel like the monster of the week because it literally had to. Like when you have 10 episodes, you can't have down episodes.
Yeah. It's like in The Mandalorian. I hate The Mandalorian because every episode it was them going to some other village and fighting some other monster. And so like what Freeran excels at is slowing it down and showing you their walk for 2 or 3 episodes to the next village while they stumble upon something, reminisce upon something, give you backstory about something, have just friendly banter. Like a whole episode of them just walking and talking to me is the writing is so good that you're still like enthralled in the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that season 2 scaled as well as season 1 did. Even if you're talking about having more episodes, like you could say, okay, well, you had like roughly ish half as many episodes, but how long could you talk to someone about all of the stories and journeys that the group, either group, the past group or the current one, went through season 1? You could talk about different characters' developmental arcs. You could talk about their adventures. You can talk about when they were taking the test, which was sort of like the peak of the season and whatnot. And in season 2, it felt like you're saying, it was all standalone episodes, and they kind of did a mini arc at the end, but that little mini arc didn't have anywhere near the relevance or the gravity that whole test taking scenario from season 1 did. Where Freerin ends up fighting herself, and there's just so much like emotion in the scenes, and you have so many characters all successfully having their own moments and everything. And in season 2, it was just kind of like it almost just felt like a little bonus show, a little add-on or something.
I mean, there was like Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I was gonna say it felt like kind of like almost like a mid-season, like like a season before the actual season almost. Like it was just set up for the next season basically.
Yeah.
But I mean, I still really enjoyed it. It's just like it
Yeah.
didn't. I guess it didn't feel like a complete season because I mean maybe it was a 10-episode thing, but
what sucks is y'all know the writer of Free Run is like on a hiatus, due to like health reasons and stuff like that. So I think there's gonna only be like one more season or something, and if the person doesn't come back and write more of it, we might not get a like any kind of closure for Free Run whatsoever.
That's gonna be tough.
that would suck.
That would actually like hurt my feelings a lot.
Yeah.
It's like I created one of the best shows. See you later, bye.
Yeah, supposedly their health is pretty bad or something like that. I could be getting them mixed up with someone else, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But the season, there was like the big bads at the end, and those fights were kind of cool. But I will tell you, all the things I love about Free Run, all the things I remember come from season 1.
Yeah,
Like,
I did like the highlight of Stark. I like getting to know a little bit more Stark, like, or getting to know a little bit more about Stark. But yeah, I agree.
oh, it better not be like Game of Thrones. If it's like Game of Thrones, I'm gonna be mad as a mother.
5 years later, and then they throw out some trash last season.
That was bad.
Yeah. All right. Do we want to do
Hunter.
Do we want to do JJK or Hell's Paradise?
Hell's Paradise.
Hell's Paradise. Let's do it. 0 to 10. Let's rate it, and then we'll talk about it. Let's go to Itty Bitty Joe. 1 to 10. No, you've already went first. Eli, 1 to 10. Hell's Paradise.
I did take a break in the middle of it, so it kind of broke the pace for me. But I would give it a 7. I really like the show, but the pacing of it got really weird to me in the end, because it went from like they're taking huge leaps in the plot to, wow, we're really slowing down and we can defeat all the bad guys and it's not that big of a deal now. And I was like, oh okay.
Keeton, 0 to 10. 1
Yeah,
to
I'm
10,
like-
really.
I'm like 8, 8.5. I actually really enjoyed it a lot. Like I like Hell's Paradise. I think to me, Hell's Paradise for I say like uniqueness doesn't make a show, but I do like to me the uniqueness of that elevates it a lot.
Okay. I got a lot to say, so I'm excited to get into it.
Go
Joe, 1 to 10.
I would say 7. And the reason it gets dock points kind of like what Eli was talking about. Like they went from basically getting destroyed, guy loses his arm, to like all of a sudden they just beat them. They're like, all right, I figured it out like this thing that's supposed to take years and years and years of practice. Like, and I get like main character's got white hair. He's obviously going to get it. Like it. He's going to get it. He's got white hair. But then everyone else starts to like pick it up as well, like very quickly. And I was like, all right. So it just made the characters seem like it didn't make it seem as like impressive, I guess, to pick up Tao or whatever. Because at first you had like him and then the blonde guy with the brother. Like those two were like the ones, and then now it was like everybody's doing it. And then
I will say before
I thought the one person died, and then they didn't.
Yeah,
like the girl, like they made a whole big deal out of it, and I was like, oh, like that. And then she just comes back like, hey, what's up, guys? I changed my clothes, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
And they made.
No, I will say that my biggest gripe is that I will say the Tao, like them all just learning Tao, and then not just learning it, but being phenomenal. Being so good at it that they beat literal immortal gods from a few episodes ago was very, very intensely rushed. So that's obviously why I don't have it as like a 10 out of 10 or 9 or whatever. So I agree.
Yeah, I want to put a side note in too that I would watch a show of just these guys hanging out or just existing somewhere forever. Like they're the best characters. I love the characters so much.
But, the characters drive it.
have like a 4-hour powwow in a cave, and now we're all Tao masters, and like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, this show is a solid like 7.5. So for me, the animation is great. I love it. The fight scenes are phenomenal. The characters I think are like really well done. Not from like a story or even a background, just like the way they're animated and stuff like that. And you can see on Eli's screen like the some of the bad guys and stuff, like the way they're developed and the way they like transform and all that. The animation and the creativity is incredible. Some of the show is weird as fuck, like the jutsu stuff, or the jujitsu, whatever they call it, where they're just essentially like clapping cheeks to gain power. You know, like I'm okay, good for y'all, I guess. But the Tao thing does throw like, because it's like, oh, we can see it now, but just because like you can see it and you know about it doesn't mean you're like a beast at it, right? Like let's like, I know they're like phenomenal freaks, good at fighting, but like they all have their own thing. But when they're like the dude that like cut out his eye, right? So he could see the Tao and stuff, like that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like that is over the top.
In the middle of a fight, rips it out. Like,
yeah. And everyone knows at this point, I cannot stand shows that don't just let people die. Let their death mean something. Not everyone has to fucking live. Let some people die. It's crazy to me.
Job of that, but
yeah, I like when she died, I was like, oh, that sucks, right? And all that. And they like went in, like it's all a thing. Yeah, and then like 2 episodes later, she's like, hey, like, just be dead.
It was such an impactful because she was like, it set her up as like this very selfish person, like I'm about me and that, and then she like basically sacrifices herself. And you're like, oh wow, like that's character development. And then she's like, oh hey, I just took some time and changed some clothes. Like,
yeah.
And she tells Gabi Maru, like, I won't sacrifice myself for you. My goal, my whole everything is like I stay alive. I will not do it. Now, there's several other characters who their whole backstory is like they will sacrifice. The blind dude with the neck cut and all that stuff, he will sacrifice himself for almost everyone there, right?
But still was weirdly saved in the end, even after he gave up.
Yeah. So, like, why do shows feel like they can't let people go? Like, it drives me crazy. The show is so good. I really enjoy it. The fights are great. I will say I think it's lacking a lot in story and storytelling and all of that stuff. It is just fight, which is fine. But like the blonde dude with the neck, like it set him up. He sacrificed himself to kill one of the gods for the other person. I can't remember the name. But then they come back and they save him. Just let him die. It means something. It solidifies it. It shows you that there's real stakes. So I'm a dungeon master, right? And when you're telling stories, would you rather hear a story that is there's a group of people who go out, they fight, and they get exactly what they're looking for? Or would you rather hear there's a group of people that go out, fight tooth and nail, suffer losses, sacrifice things, and eventually get what they need or what they're looking for? From a storytelling perspective, one is much better than the other. And for whatever reason, anime is like, nah, everyone lives.
Yeah, I think what's confusing about this lacking, like this show lacking that is like, so for My Hero, I think it's all understandable because to a degree, My Hero is made for audience of all ages, right?
Yeah.
Like, 10-year-olds can watch that show and be perfectly fine. 10-year-olds are not watching Hell's Paradise.
No,
so
they're
you would
not watching
assume, and if they are, your parent needs to be checked.
Yeah.
So you just kind of assume that that'll be a part of a show like this is the loss because you kind of don't have that restriction. And so it is a little confusing. But yeah, admittedly, like to me, this is where the creativity and the animation and the beauty. And I wish that we knew more about Gabby Mara, honestly. Like, I think Gavin Morrow is a very intriguing character, and they do such a good job of the side characters. Like the guy that you had earlier on your screen too, I forgot his name, but he was cool as shit too.
Hmm.
And they like sprinkle in Gavin Morrow stuff, but they sprinkle in like I mean they develop some at the end, but like it makes you want to know more about him as
Well,
well.
they do a decent job in the first season with his character arc and development, but then they hit
Yeah.
you with the he loses his memory. Bitch, why not just watch the whole first season? Why did we
Yeah.
do that? Why did I have to watch any of this if it's just gonna be like, ha, got him?
Well,
And
I
then
mean,
that's
Yeah.
it.
yeah,
If
he
they
got his
could
memory back pretty quick, thankfully. Like,
if they would slow down a little bit, do the typical anime thing and throw in some flashbacks every now and then of them and their normal life, or why is it so bad to be whatever they are, XYZ, blah 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 blah. I do like that, like these other people are coming. But like if we had just a little bit more background on the why behind everything, and then also some of the characters, I think this show would be like basically what I'm saying is if you gave it a little bit more background and a little bit more of a story, this
Well, I
show would
think
be
the first 2 seasons realistically should have been like 4 seasons.
yeah.
They packed so much into it. Like the first season could have easily been 2 seasons, right? Like getting selected for the island, going through all those fights, their backstory, how they ended up there, all that stuff. And then getting to the island, right? Like just the backstories, who they are, and then that fight at the whatever at the very beginning of the show, right? That could have been 1 season. Introducing you to the guard, the other people that came in for season 2, all the different characters, their backstories, like just locking you in that fight. And they could have done it during the fight to like keep you locked, right? Season 1, season 2, they get to the island, they're figuring it all out. Gabby Mario grows, he figures out some of the stuff, and then he loses his memory, right? And then season 3 could have been them doing Tao, learning Tao, going out and like fighting some creatures, running into a couple of the baddies.
I will pause it right there to say something. You guys didn't like it in Demon Slayer when they paused it to do a training arc.
Well, that's different. Nobody.
No, that's basically what you're saying is they should have paused it, did a little training arc. No, you didn't like it.
No. They would have been out like experimenting with the Tao, fighting other things. How does it work? How do we use it? What can we use it for?
A training arc.
The training arc for Demon Slayer was taking what they already had and literally just training.
Said, hey, move a rock.
Yeah.
Felt like a montage.
They are not the same. That's not what we're saying, Joe. No,
move
sir.
a rock.
I don't know. It sounds like you're explaining a training arc. I will say,
I think one of the things that we're missing here too is like we're so irritated by the plot armor in season 2. Meanwhile, season 1, everyone died instantly all the time.
Yeah.
So like, what a weird departure from its own show. Like, where did it go?
Literally,
like,
season 1 was like, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead,
Yeah,
you're dead, you're dead. You
like
like this person? They're dead too.
I would have liked more character development and backstory in season 1, but everyone was dying so fast. I was like, okay, I guess I'm fine with this. And then all of a sudden we hit season 2, and it's like, just the same characters. No one can die. We're rocketing through this. And I happen to know also that where it left off in season 2, there's very, very little else that has to happen. Like the story is almost complete, and I guess they're just gonna stretch it all out for a 3rd season. So it's really weird to me, the pacing that they chose to do here in the animation.
Yes, animation great, fights great,
Yeah.
story leaves a little bit desired, pacing all over the place. Hard to really pinpoint.
Great characters though.
Yeah, great characters. They're all fun. Legit. Would watch a side like a spinoff of them just chilling, fighting each other for the piss of it. So, all right, now let's jump in to JJK. Would you say it's the anime of the year for 2026 right now? Well, Joe, you said Free Run was better already, so you say no. Eli, Keaton, anime of the year? Oh, gosh.
Of everything this year, God, let me look at my list again.
if Black Clover is halfway decent, I think Black Clover will take it this year, just because of how anticipated it is.
Yeah.
I still think that my past arguments for JJK are relevant.
Said, yep.
Yeah, I think that it's a little shallow still. It's so hyper fixated on just the action that I'm like, okay, well, we're just going, neck break speeds, and that is a complaint of mine. But I cannot think of a show this year that has topped it overall. So I guess show of the year thus far, maybe.
What do you think, Keaton?
Yeah. I mean, I was trying to think too of what could compete. I think if not saying Black Clover can't execute better than this season was, but I do think it's going to get a bonus because it has been so long since the last season aired.
But also, let's talk about like One Punch Man, how long from season 2 to season 3, and look at what that was. If Black Clover, I think because of the delay, will have to deliver something of quality.
Yeah, but I mean, One Piece's drop off is historical though. You know what I mean?
It's so bad. I was so excited for OPM season 3, so excited, and I couldn't get past 2 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, for right now, yeah. I mean, honestly, if Orb was released in 2026, I think it was released in 2025. I mean, I would put it up there.
I mean, what about Wisteria? Do we feel like?
I haven't watched it yet.
I know. I'm asking.
I would put Wisteria over JJK.
I mean, so far we haven't seen the full season.
Yeah, so far, but still, I suppose like half a season left. So I mean, that could drop off tremendously.
Yeah. So
do y'all think Wisteria is better than Witch Hat so far?
Oh, we still got to talk about Witch Hat, and I have a video to show when it gets to Witch Hat, and I think they're just 2 different things. I don't think they're comparable.
It's hard. I mean, it's the same thing. It's hard to compare like Freerun to JJK and like Wisteria, like that kind of stuff.
I don't know. I feel like I can easily compare. Like, you can't talk about like action to action, but as an anime as a whole, I think Freerun and JJK are both so top tier. I think it's easy to be like, and then it becomes a preference thing, I guess. But like Witch Hat and JJK, I don't think you can do. Even like Wisteria and JJK, you definitely can.
Is Sentenced to be a Hero this year?
That was January, I thought.
Yeah, it just finished coming out, I thought.
I'm looking it up because I'm trying to think too. Is My Hero's final season this year? Like, what qualifies as this year?
Well, this year, I think Sentenced to be a Hero will suffer being too early in the year. Being released in January, the fact that we can't decipher 2025, 2026, I think that'll hurt it.
Okay, so it is. I'm looking it up. It came out like the beginning of January.
Yeah.
I mean, I would rank that pretty high too.
I'd rate it pretty high. Yeah. I don't think it beats JJK because JJK is just a household name. Sentenced to be a Hero.
I mean, it's got too much hype around it.
Yeah, it's a popularity contest. If it wasn't a popularity contest, Solo Leveling would have never won it.
Yeah, Freerun definitely would have won last year.
Yeah, 100%. So, what are your thoughts, Eli, from like Wisteria? Because you watch Wisteria. Are you up to date on Wisteria? You are, right?
Maybe 1 episode behind, but yeah.
Okay. Wisteria, JJK.
Wisteria has fallen off a little bit for me at this point. I mean, I thought I really liked season 1, but season 2 is a little too chaotic right now. Season's not done. It can definitely pull around, but my problem with Wisteria is like I felt like it just became a whole new show in the middle of a season. And they just dropped some secret stuff on you, and now we're just running with that, and everything that happened before here, not so relevant.
Like, just doesn't matter. Yep.
Okay.
100%.
And again, though, like JJK's strong suit is not necessarily the story. I mean, they're really getting some mileage out of their 1 or 2 little gimmicky things here, but you know, I just think as a production, you know, JJK felt more well-rounded to me this season than it had in the past, even. So I still like it.
I will say JJK does a really good job with like introducing new players, new skills, new techniques, and they do a really good job of describing them, nerding out about them and like how they work, but also making it fairly digestible. Although the culling game rules are not, they're confusing as fuck. It's all over the place. I had to pause it to like read them, but like some of the people they introduced I thought were pretty cool. Like the receipts dude, his outfit's weird, but like it makes sense, and like it's just so cool. Like I thought the fight between him and Megami was top notch. I thought it was really good. But overall, I think it's getting to a point where it lacks a lot of like substance, and it's literally just fighting. Like a lot of season 1, yeah, that dude was hilarious. I was cracking up constantly. But like season 1, season 2, I thought it was a lot of fighting still, but they still took the time to explain some things, give you some backstory, grow some characters like Itadori and Megami and all of them, right? But in the culling games, it just felt like fight. That was it. That's all it was. Like they took episode 1 to set up or whatever. Like even the Maki episode, like I don't know how it really fit into all the stuff.
The Maki episode was sweet though. Like
yeah, it was cool.
It was like I was like, where like I guess like after that it kind of just moved completely on from it. I was like, there was no aftermath of that. Like she just like literally massacred an entire clan basically, and like
the strongest clan.
Yeah, we just don't hear anything else about it. It would just go straight back to the culling games.
Yeah, I get that. But I think what at the end of the day, what it's setting up is for her to develop into the strength of the character that she has to be. So like I don't think that and I have a friend that reads the manga, so I think he kind of can help me out with this a little bit, but I don't think that JJK, as much as there's not a story at times, what you get, yeah, that is pretty great. As much as there's not a story at times, I also don't think that they also just do stuff pointlessly either. And so I don't think that they like the whole Maki backstory, killing her sister and all that stuff is going to be wasted, right? Like I think that was a necessary cog in the wheel that's going to be like make sense and be impactful. But like as much as we say there's no story and all that, at the same time you have the Maki fight, and then you have, to me, what I think JJK does so well on top of just like the fights, but like the first time I ever really noticed this, and probably y'all too, in an anime, is like the fact that you can fit cinematography in an anime. Like you can throw camera angles and all this other stuff into an anime fight is crazy. And it's not just like, the Obito Kakashi fight, which is cool, and they're just circling around. That's cool. But like the stills, so I'm saying all this to say the fight between UT and or Itadori and whatever the guy that gambles. That fight was crazy. Like the cinematography of it, the uniqueness of that fight.
You mean the Fight Club guy?
Yeah, the Fight Club guy. But he gambles on fighting. Like that's his whole thing, and that's his power is gambling essentially. I don't know if they even announced that yet, but yeah, like that fight in itself, like, is so unique. To me, it's just insane, and how thought out it is.
So did you really fight him, or you just kind of let him punch him in the face a few times?
Yeah, it was more of like they're like, "Hey, listen to him,"
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, but like even before that, them having to like the constellations and making sure they're aligned and can't jump and have to go from one to the next one to touch this to touch that and all that. Like her stuff was cool, but we didn't have to get that crazy with it. Like it was a little over the top, just wild. But also, I appreciate JJK for doing some of that, even if some of it is like just too much.
It's similar to like the domain expansion with the receipts guy. Like it's like, wait a minute, he has now like a house inside of there or a car. Like all the weight of what the weight of what he like absorbs is like crushing him down or something.
Yeah, but also
I loved the lawyer fight.
The lawyer fight, cool. I like that one.
The lawyer was cool.
Yeah.
I think I liked all the fights. All the fights were awesome. I think that's JJK's thing. Like there was not a bad fight.
I mean, and they just like to flex. That studio likes to flex. Like the Maki
it's
fight
like-
was mostly just fan service because they also just completely recreated Kill Bill for no reason whatsoever. Like that was just gratuitous fan service.
But it was so good.
And I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes as an avid Star Wars fan, sometimes you need to just listen to the fucking fans. And Star Wars doesn't do that.
True.
Like, I mean, companies need to do that, right? Like we talk about corporate, sometimes corporate just does whatever the hell they want to do, and they don't listen to their customers.
I mean, look at the fall off of Activision because of that. They have literally ran everyone off their games because they won't listen to anyone except for like big time streamers, right?
Literally.
But then you have like Pearl Abyss, who came out with Crimson Desert, who literally inputs like glitches into their game because players figure them out, like them. They're like, well, if you like them, here you go.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. It doesn't always have to be the right answer, the corporate answer. It just needs to be what the people want.
So
Just
1
do
to
that.
10, where do we rate JJK season 3? Any mini Joe's already went first. Eli's went first. Keaton, you went first. I'm the commentator, so I don't have to go first. Keaton, we're gonna go back to you. 1 to 10.
I mean, I gave it a slight edge over Free Aaron, and I said Free Aaron's a 9.5. So I mean, I would probably say the same thing. I mean, 9.5. If it had a little bit more story, right? We're looking at a 10 because it has everything else you could possibly want. If it slowed down and did a little bit more plot development.
What is a generational like? What is a 10?
I mean, Attack on Titan season 4
Okay.
for me at least.
Yeah. It's just to give people an understanding between like 9.5, and a 10. You know.
Yeah.
So Eli, what do you think? 1 to 10.
9.7.
What's a 10 for you?
I mean, I'd have to go back to when people could do incredible shows in 26 episodes. It's like a Cowboy Bebop or a Trigun or something in that era for me.
And what is it missing from being a 10 for you?
It's hard to do when you're doing like season after season, years after years, because the start and stop point of your little 12 episode season is not, it doesn't work right in my head. We're like jumping into something and now you're up to your eyeballs in information immediately and all the plot developments. And then this season of JJK ended in like basically the middle of a fight, or a fight just ended, and you're like, okay, well, what a cliffhanger, I guess. But like, it doesn't give me any closure, and the pacing is harder. You know, like I'm looking at it as a standalone thing, and how much do I appreciate what they did and what they pulled off, and the production and the continuity and whatever. I love it, but it's hard to rate like a season of a show versus, you know,
It didn't feel like a full season to
No.
me. No. Like, I feel like, look, Mappa works their people to death. I get that, you know, but I feel like they should have looked at this and be like, guys, maybe we need to make this 24 episodes. You know, like, come on. Common sense has to win at some point. Like,
I mean, but this season of JJK has more frames in it than most entire shows.
yeah, because Mappa's
Yeah.
crazy. I get it. Like, I respect it. They work their people like to death. You know, what they're able to do and put out is wild. It is beautiful. It's incredible. Joe, 1 to 10.
I would say probably an 8. So, like, what makes like an anime top tier to me is, does it make me feel a loss? Like, does it make me feel like, oh, like just that if someone dies, that I'm going to miss that person, basically. Like I want, like, and I think Wisteria did a pretty good job of that this season, like with some of the like build up and things like that. And like, I'm trying to think like who, like when I think like Asuma dying in Naruto, like Jiraiya dying in Naruto, like that makes an anime top tier versus just like fights. Like,
So you're a lot more about the story, the plot, You know, the,
Well,
the
I
world
mean,
building, the character building.
yeah, I mean, I want you to build the character up so well that when and then like something happens that like I feel that loss. Like that's to me like you really did a good job of building that up.
Yeah, and I think when you
Yeah.
don't feel it, it's because there's no character building. There's nothing to relate to. You don't connect to
Yeah.
them.
So I mean, because people are dying in JJK. I mean, it's mostly I guess the
Bad guys,
bad guys, but like
except for season 2.
even
Season 2 was epic.
yeah, but even
Yeah,
in Demon
that
Slayer,
was-
in Demon Slayer, when the bad guys died, like I felt bad. Like they gave like the backstory and like.
But Demon Slayer does that so much better than any other anime. That's one of the
Well,
things that makes Demon Slayer
But
special.
that would I know, but that's why Demon Slayer would be a 10 and JJK's an 8. Like
Demon
that's
Slayer is not a 10. You calm down, sir.
In my like ratings, like that's what me explaining my ratings. Like,
Okay, all right. Well, you said that's why Demon Slayer would be a 10. I'm like, no.
So do y'all? That is a question though, because they get compared a lot. Demon Slayer or JJK.
Demon Slayer.
What'd y'all say?
The Demon Slayer.
Eli?
Eli
Not
said
the
Demon
training
Slayer.
like Demon, but
Yeah, no, I go Demon Slayer still, even with the weird arcs.
I'm JJK for sure.
I think I would take JJK. I would take JJK season 2 over all of Demon Slayer. Season 2 of JJK it was incredible. It was almost as like perfect as you can get for seasons for a show like that, in my opinion. You had Nanami, you had so many people that you cared about. You had like there's just and they did it so well. I mean, and I knew coming into season 3 it was going to be a hard act to follow, but I do feel like season 3 was solid, but it did leave a little bit to be desired. I would say 8.5 to 9
For this season.
Yeah, for this season. Like
Yeah.
it was okay. I didn't feel like it had the same stakes as like season 2. And season 2 just hit different, man. It was so good. Everything it brought to the table, everything it executed. Like I just want to go watch season 2 again. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, you know what season 3 lacks? His brother. You don't see enough of his brother.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
I do think Toto should be in there.
Is he done? Like,
I don't
he
think
lost
so.
his hand.
Yeah, but we saw after the hand was lost, there's other ways, other things to clap. All right, Eli.
No, because the only thing he did after he lost his hand was bluffed that he still had his power. That was it.
Wasn't there one
better
clap
be
after
back.
he lost his hand?
No, he stood up like, what was it? Yuji had to land like one more blow, and dude stood up and said, "Oh, you think I can't clap without both of my hands?" And he stood there and freaked the guy out, but he didn't do anything. He bluffed, so that it bought Yuji time to land one more Black Flash. I did just rewatch season 2, but
okay. I was like, I thought he clapped one more time after losing his hand because it was a whole thing about how did he clap without his hand.
there was an earlier scene where there's like a random clap during a fight. I think it's with the tree guy, and people were like speculating, like, what did he clap there? But it was like in the middle of the action.
Yeah.
But I'm curious about that.
Yeah. All right. So Eli, this might just come down to me and you, which means Keaton and Joe. Joe, are you watching Witch Hat? No. Okay.
Sure.
Eli, let's lock in. This is me and you right here.
I'll watch Witch Hat. I'm up to date.
Okay. Us three, lock in. Joe, don't listen to the spoilers. And I'm going to show a video that's a spoiler because it's animated that well. So don't watch it, Joe. But all right, we'll do 1 to 10 for this season of Witch Hat as well. We'll start with Eli, 1 to 10.
Honestly, I have very high hopes for the show. As it stands, I'm gonna give it like a generous 7.
Okay, Keaton, where are you at?
I'm the
selling
same.
me on watching this so far.
Yeah, I'm the same. And I will say I haven't seen the last episode. There's 8 episodes out. I just went and checked. I've seen 7. So I do have one episode to watch, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm a generous 7. I mean, you can't really rate anything a 10 after 7 episodes, even though 75% of this group did try to do that after 7 episodes of Dan to Dan. Um,
We didn't say the show as a whole was a
Said
10. We said that
one single
episode. Why y'all misquoting things? That ain't what was said, sir.
I mean,
That episode showed range.
you said,
It
wow,
hit you
the
in your
range.
heart.
This show is the best I've ever seen. It's gone down as the
It
best.
is
Like
one
you
of
said,
the
all that.
saddest episodes I've seen of any anime, and the range that it showed coming from a show like Dan to Dan, that what like them turning like that was crazy, revolutionary, generational.
You want to talk about a pointless episode? Let's talk about that.
Oh my god!
So
All right,
how generational is
so
it?
you gave it a generous.
He's got a point
on.
now that there are way more episodes and they never touched that again, and just never.
Just saying.
We know they can, they're just not, which is even more like flabbergasting, I guess. Like
it shows you why the episode's so good. They show you that they can do it, and they just choose not to.
So I've just gotten to the point with shows like Witch Hat that it's hard for me to sit here and give it any sort of good rating because there's just so many shows that start out promising and then they're just not that great.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, it's
I
your
mean,
opinion
there's
so
so
far,
many.
so your rating could change, but
Yeah,
I mean,
I think a generous 7 is nice. I think the animation quality, nice. I will say I was a little disappointed in the last episode. I went into the last episode stoked, given that the dude was like this to Coco. I was like, oh, shit's about to go wild, and then, well, I don't want to spoil anything, but a little bit of a letdown there and stuff. But the animation is great. I don't really like the whole little kid thing. It's just hard to really get into or get behind. And also, like, the kids, like, they're all different, and I get that they're trying to just portray different, like, little personalities and stuff. But like, a guy is like just frustratingly annoying. I hate the way the redhead girl, the way she sounds. It's just hard to watch and stuff. Although I will say the way they showed up in this last episode was crazy. I was like here for it. I was like, damn, okay. But the animation is top tier. I will say Keyfree, he's super powerful. He's got white hair, so but also he's kind of creepy, right?
Yeah.
Like, I just want to throw it. He's a middle-aged dude that's got 4 young girls like that he's mentoring, right? But also, like, there's moments where they like show him like grabbing like Coco's shoulders and stuff, and I'm just like, why are we doing this? She ain't even like your kid. Like, she was like a random. I know you like saved her, but like, that's just weird moments.
Yes, I think. I mean, to me that's a cultural difference. I think it is like very odd. There is something creepy about him, and like the creepiness doesn't add to this, but you do like the fact that he's like protecting them, and it's basically, he comes off as this nice, gentle guy, but then he's basically like telling his peers and his best friends, like, "I'll kill you if you tell somebody." So that's cool.
Well, I don't want to spoil it, but in the last episode, you will see a side of him.
Okay. Yeah, I need to watch that then. But
it kind of hurt my heart. I'm not gonna lie. Oh gosh, I was like, oh,
dude. So I think why I'm naturally like hesitant for this is I can just see the power scaling getting ridiculous really quick, specifically for Coco or the young girl, whatever her name is, the main character. I forgot. Like, she's about to go from 0 to overly powerful, like probably just like Will, which I haven't watched this season.
Well,
that's my concern with this show.
So if you're talking about the riverbank, they actually explain it and you'll see it. So I'm not as worried about that. I think they could do it well and do it right because they explain the riverbank.
Okay.
And I don't want to ruin it for you, but they explain why
It's anime. There's going to be power scaling issues.
Yeah, but they can do it. I think they can still do it well because, like, I see what you're thinking. Like the riverbank, how did she do that? How was that power there? How does she randomly have all that? And they show you in the next episode. I don't want to ruin it, but like the next episode explains that.
Well, I just don't think that the show itself is about her like progressing through the magic. The show is about something else entirely. I think it's more generally about like their development and almost like the history of magic more so than like Coco. Like Coco's really not a huge focus of the show, honestly. And I mean, I to me, all my focus is on Kiefer because I have some theories about him, and I just really like this sort of like I don't love the kitty parts, and yes, I find some of the characters very annoying, but there is a darkness to this show, and it peaks out from time to time, and that's why
it's all Kiefer.
Hopes for it. It's not all Kiefer. I mean, like when the brim hats show up, like that shit's creepy. Like they did it really well.
But I think they're supposed to be, right? Like you expect that from the brim hats. I guess getting it from Kiefer, I'm like, ooh.
I mean, I expected it from him. I was like, I have my ideas on why he's been collecting these girls, why he has such an interest in Coco and everything. Like, why is he so fixated on the dark arts and such? Not hard to theorize, but I'm hoping and have hoped since the beginning that this gradually leans more into the really dark and almost like macabre sort of elements that it's showing, it's hinting at. I mean, I've seen somebody like slicing their hands open and blood's going places now. So I'm like, okay.
I do think Coco is like the main focus, and the brim hats are. Is it the brim hats or whatever it is? It is the brim hats, right?
Yeah.
And like what their plan is with her and all that stuff. I do think it is more her than Kiefer, but Kiefer plays a big part in it because I think he has some interest in the brim hats that they're not trying to show. They're like teasing, but they're not showing it, right? But I do think it is around Coco and the girls, which is kind of frustrating. So I agree with a lot of that. Disagree with some of that. Although the animation is beautiful. I do want to show this. I want to share this, and I hope it shows. I can't share my screen now. What the fuck?
Okay, so from what I read of this, they delayed the release of this show by 6 months or something, just so they could go back and make it look even better. And so I will say that the one mind-blowing sort of fight scene was a total one-off, and they did it just to show that they could, but it was still pretty freaking mind-blowing. So.
Oh, it was incredible. It was a beautifully animated scene, so good that I went and found it. I had it pulled up. I had it timed. I had all of that because I thought I could share my screen, but I guess I can't share my screen while we're live. So that is unfortunate.
I have a share button. Does it just not let you? It's down in the middle right beside your video.
Oh, that might be because I'm already sharing. I hope I haven't been sharing. Let me stop sharing. There it is. Oh, God. I hope I haven't been sharing that the whole time, which means nobody's seen our face. It's literally been just that the whole time. Although I still can't.
I have it pulled up. So.
Oh, okay. I still can't share for some reason.
A day of technical issues.
Yeah.
What was the episode number on that?
You can just put in Kiefer versus the Dragon. It's episode 5.
Just put the link in our studio chat. There's like a backstage.
All right, here, let's do this. Boom. It's weird that I can't share now. Chat. I don't want public chat.
Yeah, there's like a studio chat.
Yeah, ooh, that's kind of nice. There you go.
See if you can do it, Eli. I'm excited to see the clip. I haven't watched the show, but this might make me want to go watch it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is like the best animated part of the whole show, but the show is animated well.
Yeah, it's definitely worth watching.
Eli, is it letting you do it?
What?
Is it letting you do it? I still can't share for some reason.
Oh. This link?
That's the link, yeah.
Let's see.
Is it
Oh, wait.
dub sub or just sub?
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Wait. Did it just take? It just took me out of it. Bastards. All right, here we go.
これは
下がってどうして考えなしに巡ったりするのよこんな怪しいシーンだってこれのせいだもんねみんな上見て空が見えるもしかしたらあそこから外に見せてどうしよう。私、今、履靴を履いてない。先生
ドラゴ
先生、
ン来るよ捕まってて離すよしっかり掴め
Yeah,
Hey, look, it mixed
okay.
us up. But yeah, so that video honestly didn't even do the animation of it like justice. It looks so much better watching it live or on Crunchyroll or whatever, but it was still really, really good.
I may have down my resolution or something when I share it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but it's fantastic.
Yeah, he's OP. I just hope we see him fight again. Like, I hope they don't give him 3 seasons till we see another good fight from him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to point out too, though, that like we all love Frieren so much, 10 out of 10. And in season 1, the times where it like stirred me, like that scene does, they also put like epic orchestral, arrangements in there during the sort of, her, admitting that she's 1,000 years old and
Or mic drop, basically.
yeah, exactly. And then they did the same thing here. And yeah, I mean, just every time I've watched that clip now from Witch Hat like 15 times, and it still gets me every time.
I watch it every time it comes up on Instagram. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just watch it one more time. That's fine. So, all right, guys.
So is that better? Is that better than the Maki fight?
I mean, that 2-minute clip better than a whole episode. That's hard to. That episode is not better than the Maki episode. I think I enjoyed the Maki episode more. But guys, it is 10:35, 10:36 now. I have not eaten dinner. Just so we all know. Yeah, I went from volleyball to the shower straight to this. So, oh gosh. Oh, we haven't even talked about Damon's. All right, last thing. We're going to talk about the Damon's.
That one.
Has anybody
I
seen
haven't
it?
seen it yet.
No. Okay, well, go watch it. It is from the creators of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And you actually see in the last episode there was a callback to Full Metal Alchemist. One of the daemons was the girl that turned into the dog. It was the dog.
Wait.
Oh no!
So is it worth watching then?
Oh no!
It's not my favorite show. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a little It's okay, but yeah,
Can't see it, Joe.
that
What
is
does it
one of
say?
the daemons.
It says, "Can I pet that dog?" And it's the.
That's hilarious.
I will say, like, there's times where I just leave the episode there. Like, I don't see it, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta watch that. Like Wisteria, I watch it as soon as it comes out. Witch Hat, I watch it as soon as I see it. The Damon's one, I don't. I'm hoping it gets better. That like it kind of catches me somewhere.
Yeah.
But it just hasn't yet. But the dog is in there. It's just a
awful.
brief moment, but it's in there.
Okay, but I think one of the problems of the show is that it feels like just a bunch of fan service for Full Metal Alchemist. I'm like, why are these characters exactly the same? They literally look exactly the same. And then somehow the show is still slow and like uninteresting to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I was over here like, I hate fan service. Get it out of here.
I think it's just nostalgia for. I mean, they're just living off of, oh, this is the creator. It's going to be good. It's going to be amazing. Look at what he did there. But he's ripping so much from it. It's like, eh. So, but all right, y'all. Eli, Keeton, any last things you want to share or talk about before we call it a night?
Should we all list one like a homework show or something? You know, something for everybody to watch.
Bro, I already have 4 written down.
All right, fair enough.
I think mine will be like Dr. Stone. I think I want to try Dr. Stone at some point. I do want to finish Fire Force. I'm like slogging through season 2. There's been a couple moments where I'm like, oh, this ain't bad. And then there's been a lot of moments where I'm like, fuck. You know, like, dude, I'm just ready. It's my go to sleep anime.
Nate, we've been trying to convince you to watch the one about time travel forever. You still have to watch it.
Yeah, y'all need to watch Steins Gate. Y'all really do.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought the time travel was Dr. Stone.
Yes,
Yeah.
Steins Gate. That's what you need to watch.
I do not want to watch a time travel anime.
You have
That's
to
real.
watch it. You have
it's
to
not
watch
really a time travel.
If y'all want to just hear me bitch for an hour, I will go watch that.
it. Please go watch it.
Good luck.
Y'all suck. I thought we were friends. No friends would do that to each other.
So I would I haven't seen it in a long time, and I would actually like to rewatch it because I think that I wrote it off as soon as time travel got not wrote it off, like I watched the whole thing, but I hate time travel too, and so I think I kind of just like also it was like very similar to Neon Genesis Evangelion to me. It's like the first 13 episodes of the first half of the season was like stagnant and slower, and then there's like one episode that just makes everything go absolutely fucking haywire, and then for the rest of the season it's crazy. So I'll watch it if you watch it, Nate.
Watch it so we can talk about it.
I gotta finish freaking Fire Force. So I mean, I'm pretty committed into that one.
Good luck.
Thanks. Yeah. All right, guys.
I'm
Well,
not
I
gonna
appreciate
watch it.
y'all. Let's do it again in another 6 months or so, right? Joe, I'm excited to see you. We got actually 2 weekends. You're coming up the end of June and early July, so that's gonna be fun.
Dang, Joe.
Well,
It's a quick trip. It's like 5 hours.
if you Google top 10 anime of all time, Steins Gate's on there. So
Yeah, it's because not everyone hates time travel.
just watch it, Nate.
You watch it, Joe.
I already did.
Watch it again. All right, fine. I'll try to watch it.
All
No,
right.
because if you watch like 2 episodes, you'll hate that. You got to stick with it.
Oh, I don't want to stick with the anime. I don't have time for stick
Really?
with the animes.
It's not even that long, but all right.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Nate's got to go eat.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm hungry. I'm a big man. I'm thick.
Nate's
You can't
hungry.
maintain this thickness without eating.
All All
Well,
right.
y'all have a good night. It was good seeing y'all.
See y'all.
See ya.
Do it again.
Okay, I guess I gotta click stop. I thought
Yeah, Nate.
that's what Joe usually does. Joe just like dipped.
Dipped out.